We all go through difficult periods in life where it feels like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. Maybe you're dealing with a job loss, the end of a relationship, a loved one's illness, or financial struggles. Whatever the challenge, it can be overwhelming and cause immense pain and suffering. However, there is deep wisdom hidden behind this pain that can help you not only get through this tough time, but emerge stronger and wiser on the other side. The true purpose of pain is not to make you suffer endlessly, but to wake you up to something greater within yourself. You are destined to be reborn with wisdom very soon if you can understand and apply the lessons I'm about to share. It starts with a story about the Buddha that perfectly illustrates this point. One day the Buddha was walking down a road when he was struck by a piece of wood, creating a deep gash. The wound wouldn't stop bleeding for many days, which would naturally lead most people to panic and think things like, "Oh no, what if this doesn't heal properly and I become crippled? The more I think about it, the more scared and angry I get. Maybe I'll even die from this. Who did this to me? I need to find them and get justice." Do you see what happened there? By letting your mind race with those frantic thoughts and negative emotions, it's like you've been struck by a second metaphorical arrow on top of the initial physical wound. The first arrow was the situation itself, which caused some pain and suffering. But the second arrow, your incessant worrying, anger, fear, and other toxic thoughts, that's what causes even deeper anguish. The Buddha understood this concept, which is why he was able to remain calm and centered despite his bleeding wound. He simply accepted what had happened and kept walking, rather than working himself into a frenzied state of panic and rage over something he couldn't control. When you fully accept and surrender to the reality of a difficult situation, you avoid being pierced by that second arrow of anguish from your own mind. The circumstance itself can only cause so much suffering. It's your resistance and refusal to accept it that creates compounded pain. This message can be applied to any and every challenge you face. The world works in mysterious ways, and we cannot predict or control everything that happens to us. Loved ones will get sick, relationships will end, jobs will be lost, fortunes will shift. Those are the first arrows that are nobody's fault. They are simply part of the ebb and flow of life. Where you get to take control is how you respond to those circumstances. You have a choice. Will you remain calm like the Buddha and accept what you cannot change? Or will you barrage yourself with the torture of fearful thoughts, playing the victim and resisting reality every step of the way? The latter approach is what leads to suffering and feeling stuck. The former is the path to inner peace and moving forward. It doesn't mean you stop taking wise action. You can still fight that lawsuit, apply for new jobs, or whatever is called for. You simply stop mentally fighting the facts of what has already occurred. To illustrate this further, consider how two different people might view the exact same event. Let's say I made a video that 1,000 people watched. Does that mean the video itself existed 1,000 different times in 1,000 different minds? No, there was just one original video. Each of those 1,000 viewers projected their own subjective interpretation, judgment, and emotional reaction onto that one video. Some people loved it, others hated it. The video itself didn't change. Only the minds watching it change based on their own mental conditioning and perspectives. Your mind is like that mirror. When you project your fears, resistance, and judgments onto the circumstances of your life, you are perceiving things in a distorted way, not as they really are. Those thoughts and emotions are simply reflections, not reality itself. The goal is to purify your inner mirror so you can see each situation with clarity and wisdom. Accept what has happened, prepare the best you can for the future, then let go of the outcome. Have no doubt in your heart. Detach from the ego's agenda and view this as part of a greater plan unfolding. When you catch yourself falling into fear, anxiety, anger, or other negative states, realize those are simply projections of your mind. They are not reality. Bring your awareness back to this sacred moment. Breathe. Feel your feet on the ground. Embrace the beauty around you. Come back to the peace and stillness that was always there, just waiting for you to reconnect with it. Then, from that centered place, you can take skillful action without the heavy clouds of mental anguish weighing you down. You will have clarity on the next best step to take, and no matter the eventual outcome, you won't suffer because you detached from the need for things to go a certain way. The great spiritual truth is that everything is temporary. All circumstances, relationships, situations, and things will pass, just like clouds passing through the sky. Nothing lasts forever, not even our mental and emotional states of being. So when the clouds of difficulty arise, as they inevitably will, don't get caught up in them and suffer. Let them pass on their own while you stay anchored in your own inner peace and wisdom. See them for what they are, temporary reflections that hold no permanent reality. I know this can sound like wishful thinking or esoteric philosophy when you are in the depths of anguish over some loss or challenge. But this ancient spiritual wisdom has helped countless people find their way through the darkest of times. You too can discover the light within the darkness by following these teachings. The pain you face in life is not a curse. It's a gift, a call to wake up to your highest self. Every difficulty presents an opportunity for awakening and rebirth. The suffering is simply vapor that will dissipate when you connect to the stillness and spaciousness within your being. Out of that place, you can engage with this world from a grounded, heart-centered perspective and live with meaning, purpose, and freedom. The struggles may not go away entirely, but your relationship to them will shift. You'll approach obstacles not as threats, but as challenges making you stronger and wiser. Have patience and self-compassion as you walk this path. There will be cycles. You'll have moments of peace and clarity only to drift back into reactivity at times. That's okay. Celebrate the victories, notice the progress, and release any judgment when you veer off course. Reset and keep taking those steps. That inner strength and wisdom is within you, just waiting to be unlocked. Use the pain not as a call to suffer, but as a catalyst for growth and lasting freedom. The choice is yours. As you go forth and apply these teachings in your own life, remember that you have an infinite well of strength, wisdom, and resilience within you. The challenges you face are simply temporary gateways to access more of your potential. Trust in yourself and your journey. Have faith that you are being guided, even when the path seems unclear. Every pain, every obstacle is part of what is shaping you into the radiant, awakened being you were born to become. You've got this. The mountain may seem high, but you need only take one courageous step after another. Stay centered in your truth, let go of what no longer serves you, and your purpose will unfold in perfect timing. I'm honored to have shared these insights with you, and I have no doubt that you will use them to create a life of peace, fulfillment, and meaning. The world needs your gifts. Trust the process, believe in yourself, and amazing things await you on this journey. Until next time.